So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
All right, so like before I want to talk about your like blog and your beer stuff, but maybe we should start this. What do we do? Smell everyone, right? That's probably the first step.
And I mean, there's no rules, right? Like you do it whatever way you want. Some people talk about drinking the fresh one and then moving backwards. I tend to want to try the older one first.
I feel like it's probably got more nuances, and when your palate's fresh, it's probably better to drink the older one.
I think it's almost like more different nuances, if that makes sense. So over time, beer kind of develops a very sherry-like character. You get notes of like leather.
You can tell it changes. Wow.
Leather and different types of like fruit come out, and then like negative things come out too.
Okay.
Like cardboard flavors.
Oh wow, so different.
Dark beers can be risky because what happens is you start over time you can get this soy sauce component to it.
All right.
And that I've had that in a bottle of Isseki before, where it gets that like soy thing. But I'm not smelling that at all in any of these. And to be honest, the 4-year-old one almost smells
like a stout.
Of the three.
This smells like a stout, and the new one, the 2016, smells like a straight up saison with dark malt. Like there's banana and cloves in the nose,
right?
And this is just. Do you want to smell this, babe? And that's just like legitimate. If you put this in my face, I'd be like, that's a stout. There's no way that's a saison. That's crazy. So that's 16 and 16, 15, 14, 13.
Yeah, exactly. The fresh one
this is very stouty.
I find the fresh one has the least complex nose.
Of course,
it's kind of it's got some nice like dustiness from the yeast, but it's not
dusty.
It's not as fruity as this one. This one's really, and that's the thing, because they like kind of especially when you do like a vertical across like 10 years or whatever. Not that I've done many of them, but I've done a couple. You kind of like, you see the beer sweet spot, and that's basically what happens. It's like you get to the fresh ones, you're like, whoa. Maybe if you drank that beer fresh on its own, you'd be like, this is great. But then when you drink it compared to like the 3-year-old one, you're like, oh, this one, all those like sharp, boozy flavors have kind of like subsided, and now it's like it's kind of just melding together. And then as you get older, you're like, oh, these other, like it's becoming thin now. Like that's what happens over time too, is the beer loses its body a little bit, or not so much its body, like the mouthfeel, as much as like the finish. It's like it becomes like watery over time.
Okay.
So that's why if you drink a beer and like off the bat it's super thin, you're like, maybe this won't do well with 5+ years on it.